Bengals' rangy cornerback.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Team set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and he's got home. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side, sent the tight end a few steps down the field, and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Over the middle, complete. That's Leonard. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Desperados put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yeah, that's
right as high as you can get. That's where.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. I think you can at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the result.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Desperados lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, it's Burrow. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And no the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He'll drop to throw. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And they'll send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 75 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Robinson's got it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A draw play for Mixon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now Sam Sloman is on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never got a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Hands it off out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that one going to come up short, low throw. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It's the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Now back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. They'll look to throw here. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he threw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. It's complete to Robinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And Burrow going to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Sam Sloman is on. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick one-pointers instead of three-pointers.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Burrow will throw. Steps away. Dumps it off to Mixon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they use your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Looking to throw again on second down.
Burrow over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Play action. It's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for him. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, going from Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Desperados will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, a long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. Damian Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. Next, we'll stay right here in the Sunshine State and head up to Tampa to check on the Bucs. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown catch in the victory. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, on the other side, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's not the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Desperados are pouring it on. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been a result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow.
This goes out wide from Nixon.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They go play action with Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Mixing up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Sam Sloman is on. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands.
I was going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
We are going to do this. We got this.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And on now is the punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Burrow on play action.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From midfield now, Burrow.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now Burrow on first down. And now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll buy some time running. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They'll set up to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, just say thank you, Mr. QB. That ball gets tipped in the air, and they come out with a first down.
You said it before, sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, but what you have to do as a defender, that ball's in the air, you've got to go up and get it, and at worst, knock it to the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Desperados are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
Remember, they have won 3 straight. Beginning to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on 2nd down, Burrow. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Burrow on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow.
The quick throw knocked away, it's incomplete.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Here's the option going left on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's the option. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this point.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down right around the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the home team here, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.